Bud Not Buddy, Chapter 6. This series of videos will include both the text read aloud and also some thoughts and reading strategies that can help you become a better reader. Some vocabulary words you're going to hear in this chapter are written here on this page. The first is privilege. A privilege is a good thing that's given to some people, but not to everyone. School has a lot of privileges that people get. For example, some kids might get the privilege of going out to recess, whereas other kids might have to stay inside and finish their work. Since not everybody gets to go outside, it's considered a privilege. The next word is considerate. When you are considerate, you are thinking about others. When you clean up after yourself in the cafeteria, you're being considerate. If you make sure that you throw away your trash and don't leave it on the ground or the sidewalk, you're also being considerate. As we're reading through here, be thinking about how you're going to stop, think, and paraphrase after every section. Remember, when you stop, think, and paraphrase, you stop reading at the end of a page, section, or chapter. Don't read too long. Stop rather frequently. You think about what you just read. Sometimes you can get going and just letting your eyes run over the words and your brain doesn't keep up. So using stop, think, paraphrase gives your brain a chance to catch up with the reading. Then say it or write it in your own words. If you're reading a book on your own, it's useful to stop, think, paraphrase at least at the end of every chapter to make sure you're really understanding it before you go on. However, it's really important that you keep whatever you're writing or saying really short. Don't tell all the details, just capture the most important ideas. I'm starting to read on page 45, and then I'm going to stop and ask you to stop, think, and paraphrase at the end of a short section. Uh-oh, my eyes opened and I could see the sun behind the branch of a Christmas tree. I jumped up, folded my blanket inside my suitcase, hid it, and started running the 6 or 7 blocks down to the mission. I turned the corner and said, "Whew!" There were still people lined up waiting. I started walking along the line. The end was a lot farther away than I thought. The line turned all the way around 2 corners, then crossed over one street before I saw the last person. Shucks! I walked up to get behind him. He said, "Line's closed. These here folks are the last ones." He pointed at a man standing next to a woman who was carrying a baby. I said, "But, sir," he said, "But nothing. Line's closed. These here folks are the last ones." It was time to start lying. If I didn't get any food now, I'd have to steal something out of someone's garbage, or I wouldn't be able to eat until the mission opened for supper. I said, "Sir, The man raised his hand and said, "Look, kid, everybody's got a story and everyone knows the rules. The line closes at 7 o'clock. How is it fair to these people who've been here since 5 o'clock that you can sleep until," he looked at his wristwatch, "until 7:15, then come busting down here expecting to eat? You think you got some kind of special privilege just 'cause you're skinny and raggedy? Look in the line. There's lots of folks look just like you. You ain't the worst. Supper starts at 6 p.m., but you see how things is. If you plan on getting fed, you better be in line by 4. Now get out of here before I get rough with you." Shucks, being hungry for a whole day is about as bad as it can get. I said, "But..." He reached in his pocket and pulled something out that looked like a heavy black strap and slapped it across his hand. "Uh-oh, here we go again," he said. "That's it. No more talk. You opened your mouth one time too many. You rotten kids today don't listen to no one, but I'ma show you something that'll improve your hearing." He slapped the strap on his hand and started walking toward me. I was wrong when I said being hungry for a day is about as bad as it can get. Being hungry plus having a big knot on your head from a black leather strap would be even worse. Now stop, think, paraphrase.